Tampa is about to do something that no other major US city is doing right now. They are building more new homes than any other market in the country, and let me tell you, this isn't just about houses. We're looking at over $11 billion in new developments, from luxury waterfront estates to massive entertainment venues, and today I'm breaking it all down for you. Believe me, there's a reason why we're still one of the most desirable places to live in the entire country. And as a local realtor who's helped hundreds of families relocate here, I'm super excited to show you everything new coming to Tampa in 2025. So make sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up with news just like this, because in just a few minutes, you'll see exactly why Tampa isn't just in the top 10 hottest housing markets to watch for 2025. It might actually be number one. Let's kick things off with 6 of the most massive transformations coming to Tampa Bay, then 3 of the most luxurious condo buildings to ever hit the area, and last, a few of the latest single-family new communities you must put on your list if you're home shopping in 2025. And if any of this brings you value, save our info and reach out, because my team wants to be your local Tampa real estate team of choice, and we want to help you find your next home. Now, the Water Street Tampa's expansion is the first of our newest developments, and it's one that is completely transforming Tampa's downtown. And trust me, as someone who's watched this area grow from the ground up, what's coming in 2025 is going to be a total game changer for our city. Right now, if you drive by the Amalie Arena, you're probably seeing a lot of construction, and there's a good reason for that. Water Street is about to get 3 massive new additions that are going to redefine our skyline. First up, we're getting this incredible entertainment complex right by the arena. I'm not just talking about another venue either. This is going to be a multi-level destination with entertainment spots, a brand new hotel, and finally, the parking solution this area needs. But here's what really excites me. We're getting what's going to be the tallest residential building in all of Water Street. As a realtor who's helped hundreds of families find their perfect Tampa home, I can tell you the views from up there are going to be absolutely insane. And get this, there's also a new trophy office building that's coming, and it's already 90% leased. That tells you everything you need to know about the demand for this area. Now, let me share something most people don't realize about Water Street. This isn't just another development. It's literally the only well-certified community in the entire country. Time magazine even named it one of the world's greatest places for 2023, and it just won the Urban Land Institute's Excellence Award. But what makes it truly special for us locals is how it's finally connecting downtown Tampa to Ybor City. I love taking my clients through Water Street because you can feel the energy changing. By spring 2025, we're gonna have these amazing new green spaces hosting community events, farmers markets, and outdoor concerts. The whole area is also getting this cutting-edge technology infrastructure that WireScore calls it the Smart Score certification. But what it really means is we're building one of the most innovative neighborhoods in the country right here in Tampa. You know what's funny? I remember when this area was just parking lots and empty spaces. Now, it's attracting major companies to Tampa and completely changing how people think about our city. And from what I'm seeing with my clients, this is just the beginning. Every week I'm getting calls from people who want to be part of this transformation, and I can't blame them. Water Street, it's becoming something that's really special to some. As a Tampa native, this next one in Ybor has me extremely excited about the future of Tampa Bay. Gasworks isn't just another development. This is literally gonna change how we experience the area. As someone who's watched the gap between Ybor City and the Channel District for years, what's happening here is absolutely incredible. Let me paint you a picture of what's coming. We're talking about 50 acres. And if you're driving through the area now, you can already see La Union, their first apartment building, opening its doors. But here's what most people don't realize. This is just the beginning of something much bigger. The developers, Daryl Shaw, who's local by the way, and Kettler from DC aren't just building apartments. They're creating an entire neighborhood from the ground up. We're talking about 5,000 residential units. And here's something that really matters to our community. Over 300 of those will be affordable housing units. That's actually the largest private investment into affordable housing in Tampa's history. But what makes Gasworks really special is it's gonna connect everything. Right now, if you're in Ybor and want to get to the Channel District, it's not exactly a pleasant walk. That's all about to change. They're adding new trails, fixing up infrastructure, and this is a huge for residents and visitors. There's gonna be a new streetcar stop. Imagine being able to hop on the streetcar and get to Water Street, downtown, or anywhere along that route without ever having to use your car. Now let me share something else exciting that most people don't know about yet. They're taking this amazing 70,000 square foot warehouse from the 1950s and giving it new life. And get this, Grow Financial already has signed up for 50,000 square feet of office space. That tells you right there that the demand for this area with businesses and its future potential. What's wild is that as we glimpse into its next phase, things look even more impressive. We're looking at 4 new buildings with 800 apartments, a huge office building, and this really smart design where they're wrapping a parking structure with a 5-story residential building. I love showing my clients these plans because it really helps them visualize how this whole area is going to start to transform. Now, as a Tampa native, what really impresses me is that how we're respecting Ybor's historic character while building something new. The architects have done an incredible job making sure the new buildings complement Ybor's unique style. It's that perfect blend of old and new that really makes Tampa special. Now for this next one, we don't have to go far because right around the corner will be the revamped Ybor Harbor. And let me tell you why this isn't just another waterfront project. This is gonna completely transform how we think about Ybor City and our connection to the water. As I piece everything together, this 33-acre development is absolutely mind-blowing and is an important part of the puzzle. Let me do my best to explain how I envision it. Imagine walking along a beautiful waterfront boardwalk in Ybor, something we've never really had before. We're talking about piers, boat slips, floating docks, but here's what makes this really special. It's going to connect Ybor City, the Channel District, and downtown in a way that's never been possible before. The developer behind this is, once again, Daryl Shaw, and if you've been following Tampa real estate, you know he's the same visionary who's bringing us Gasworks. But here's what most people don't realize about Ybor Harbor. We're looking at almost 5,000 new residences, and get this, 10% of them will be affordable housing, and that's huge for our community. Now let me share something exciting that just happened. The City Council recently approved all the necessary zoning changes, which means the project is really moving forward, and we could see about 6 million square feet of development, 500,000 square feet of office space, 800 hotel rooms, and over 150,000 square feet of retail space. But what really matters is how this is going to change daily life for the area. If you visit or pass by, you can already feel the potential. Imagine being able to walk from your apartment down to the waterfront for dinner or taking a stroll along the boardwalk on a Sunday morning. The developers are planning these amazing green spaces and public areas that will make this a true destination for everyone, not just its residences. Now, the realtor side of me is starting to get excited because what we are seeing isn't just about the buildings. It's about creating a lifestyle where you can live, work, and play all in one area. We're hopefully gonna see a true transit-oriented community that honors Ybor's maritime heritage while bringing in a modern urban living. Now, I'll be honest with you, there have been some discussions about making sure we have the right infrastructure in place, like fire stations and transportation system, but that's actually a good thing. It shows our city leaders are thinking ahead and planning this development the right way. Now, I've got to tell you, every week I'm getting calls from people who want to know more about Ybor Harbor and the surrounding areas, and I get it. The opportunity to be part of this transformation is pretty special. Whether you're looking for a place to live or invest, this is going to be one of Tampa's most exciting areas to watch moving forward. And just so you know, downtown is not the only one getting some love. There's something special happening in West Tampa at Rome Yards, and this isn't just another random development. This project is going to once again transform West Tampa in ways that really matter for our community. First up, let me share what's already happening. They just broke ground on the Gallery, an 11-story residential tower that's gonna change the game for affordable housing in Tampa. Here's what makes this really different. 80% of the units are reserved for families making at or below our area's median income. That's not just a number, that's real opportunities for Tampa families to live in a beautiful new building with amazing amenities. Now, let me tell you something most people don't realize about Rome Yards. They're creating these incredible live-work spaces specifically for local artists and entrepreneurs. As someone who loves Tampa's creative spirit, it's exciting to see how these spaces could help our local talent thrive right here in their own community. The amenities they're planning? Absolutely incredible. We're talking about a state-of-the-art fitness center, workspace for remote workers because, let's face it, that's how many of us work these days, and even a dog park with a dog wash area. But here's what really makes me proud as a Tampa native with an entrepreneurial spirit. They're building a workforce training center right on the site to help people build their careers. You know what else is special about this project? They're honoring West Tampa's history with this amazing brick observation tower that pays tribute to our cigar-making heritage, which my grandparents were a big part of many years ago. I love learning about these plans because it shows how we're growing while respecting where we came from. Now, let me share some numbers that really matter to us. This is a $500 million investment in our community, and they're making sure it benefits local businesses. They've committed to hiring at least 40% women and minority-owned businesses, and 40% of new hires will be right here in Tampa. Now that's what I call doing development the right way and thinking about our locals. When it's all done, we're looking at late 2026 for the gallery. This is gonna be an 18-acre site. It's gonna have nearly 1,000 units of mixed income housing, over 33,000 square feet of commercial space, and these amazing community spaces include an amphitheater. Imagine being able to walk down to catch a show or just some green space that you can enjoy in your neighborhood. Now, with $11 billion in developments, transportation, it's a massive issue, and it looks like our airport's getting its biggest upgrade in 20 years. Have you driven by Tampa International Airport lately? Well, get ready, because what's coming is absolutely incredible. We're talking about Airside D. And let me explain why this terminal is a big upgrade. This is gonna revolutionize how we experience air travel in Tampa. First off, this is massive. We're looking at 600,000 square feet, making it the largest airside at TIA. But here's what really excites me. They're adding 16 new gates that can handle both domestic and international flights. As someone who helps families relocate to Tampa from all over the world, having these extra international gates is huge for our city's growth and opens up new destination possibilities. Now let's dig in a bit more with this project. The designers aren't just thinking about function, they're creating an experience for you. So picture walking through a terminal with soaring ceilings, tons of natural light, and get this, an outdoor terrace where you can actually see Tampa Bay. A nice scenery isn't something you always find at most airports. Now here's why this matters for Tampa. Right now, our airport handles about 25 million passengers a year. With this expansion, we'll be able to welcome up to 35 million travelers by 2037. That's not just numbers, that's more businesses, more opportunities, and more people discovering why Tampa is such an amazing place to live. The investment in this project is serious too. We're talking about $1.5 billion. And here's something exciting. We just secured $40 million from the FAA to help make it happen. Construction is starting late in 2024, and while it won't be finished until 2028, you can already see the preparation work happening if you drive by. And here we are with yet another old development that's getting revamped. And you know what's crazy? Every time I drive past West Shore Plaza, I think about how this entire area is about to undergo the biggest transformation we've seen in Tampa. So here's what's happening. Pretty much everything except Macy's and its parking lot is going to be completely rebuilt. They are turning this 52-acre property into Tampa's next big thing. I'd compare it to something like Hyde Park or Midtown, but with its own unique West Shore flair. And here's what's pretty neat. We're not just getting another mall makeover. The developers are thinking bigger, way bigger. We're looking at almost 1 million square feet of new retail space, offices, medical facilities, and get this, over 1,700 new homes. If done right, this is something the area could really use. The plans here include this really smart mix of indoor and outdoor spaces. You'll be able to walk from your apartment to grab dinner, catch up with friends at a cafe, or even head to work if you're in one of the new office buildings. They're even putting in a bus station to make getting around a little bit easier. But here's what I think is really interesting, and I've seen this work in other parts of Tampa. They're adding medical facilities like a nursing facility, hospital, and clinic. And this isn't just about shopping and dining anymore. It's about creating a complete community where everything you need is right there. Truth be told, with this development, you start to think about traffic concerns, but FDOT is already working on reconstructing the West Shore interchange to handle the growth. They're adding lanes and making improvements that should help keep traffic flowing smoothly. The developers, Washington Prime Group, they really seem to understand what Tampa needs right now. They've got some great partners on board, top engineers, architects, and even an arborist to make sure we're preserving and adding green spaces the right way. The City Council clearly agrees because they approved this unanimously. Infrastructure work has already started, and while we don't have an exact completion date, they're planning to do this in phases to minimize disruption to the area. Now, before we get into some of the single-family developments coming to Tampa, let's start with 3 of the most luxurious condo buildings to ever break ground in Tampa Bay. And if you can, I'd love to hear from you in the comments if any of these new developments or new communities coming up are something you look forward to. Now let's start with a true landmark on the rise, Pendry Tampa. This 39-story tower is bringing 220 luxury hotel rooms and 207 high-end condos right to the heart of downtown. With restaurants, cafes, and an incredible open-air pool and terrace on the 12th floor, Pendry is set to be a new centerpiece in Tampa's urban renaissance. Construction on Pendry Tampa is ongoing, and we're looking at a grand opening in early 2027. Now, I've been watching this project come to life, and I can tell you the level of detail and craftsmanship going into it is simply unparalleled. The developers, Two Roads, have really outdone themselves in creating a true luxury destination right here in the heart of our city. And just down the road, another icon is taking shape, the next phase of the Ritz-Carlton Residences Tampa. Tower 2 is now under construction, featuring 100 units ranging from 2 to 5 bedrooms with price tags from $1.75 million up to $7.85 million for the penthouses. Now, these homes will offer unparalleled views and amenities, from the resort-style pool to the private theater, all with the legendary Ritz-Carlton service. I've personally visited the Ritz-Carlton as a guest, and the experience is something that is unmatched for its residences. I know a woman that lives there, and she absolutely raves about when her daughter and granddaughters visit for weekly tea and parfaits in the morning. The kids love to play in the kids' room that is all set up there. And things like this are offered to guests in the lounge. And sometimes the daughter will just visit to do a ladies' day at the sauna and have a spa day with mom. Now, I don't want to limit things just to Tampa, so let's head across the bay to St. Pete, where another incredible project is underway called the Residences at 400 Central. This 46-story luxury condo tower will bring an amazing array of amenities to downtown St. Pete, from a glass-enclosed sky lounge to a professional-grade gym and even a dog walking course. With an estimated completion date in 2025, this is a fantastic opportunity for those of you looking to live in the heart of one of Florida's most vibrant and walkable cities. The level of detail and thought that's actually gone into the Residences at 400 Central is truly impressive. The developers have really listened to what today's luxury homebuyers are looking for, and they've packed this building with features and amenities that are sure to impress. Now, back over to the Tampa side of the pond. As of December 2024, the Angeline project is indeed making significant progress, with several major developments on track for 2025. Let me fill you in on all the details. The Sparrows, Florida campus, a cornerstone of the Angeline project, is set to open its ambulatory center in 2025. The 775-acre life science research park is larger than downtown Tampa and represents a groundbreaking addition to Pasco County's landscape. The entire campus is anticipated to open in late 2025 or early 2026, marking a transformative milestone for the region. The first phase of Moffitt's development alone is projected to generate approximately 430 full-time jobs. This initial phase includes a 128,000 square foot corporate business park, signaling the beginning of substantial economic growth for the area. Now, the Ridge Road extension, crucial for enhancing access to Angeline, is progressing well. While its completion is expected for 2026, significant advancements are likely to be seen throughout this coming year. This extension will connect US 41 to the Suncoast Expressway, greatly improving east to west transportation in Pasco County. Now, Angeline is rapidly evolving into a comprehensive mixed-use community that includes plans for approximately 7,500 homes across 6,200 acres, with over 3,600 acres dedicated to natural undeveloped green space. There's going to be trail networks with up to 100 miles of trails and pathways, the Angeline Academy of Innovation, and a STEM magnet school that is already operational within the community. The community will also feature a professionally managed farm, promoting a farm-to-table lifestyle, a city center with plans to include 4 million square feet of office, shopping, dining, and entertainment space. They're going to have a crystal lagoon and beach because, of course, that's part of the lagoon plan there. And last but not least, the community will boast high-tech, energy-efficient homes and solar-powered streetlights. In the future, you could look forward to up to 24 million square feet of commercial space being planned, potentially making Angeline a self-sustainable city. And on the healthcare side of things, the Sparrows, Florida campus aims to be a first-of-its-kind facility, integrating patient care, research, biotech wellness, and digital innovation. The Angeline project is poised to transform Pasco County into a hub of innovation, sustainability, and health-focused living, with 2025 marking a pivotal year in its development. How about we hop into what most of you are probably wondering about? If there are so many homes coming along, well then, where are these properties gonna be? Well, it turns out that Taylor Morrison just announced they're opening 7 brand new communities across Hillsborough, Pasco, and Manatee counties. If you can't picture the impact that this will have, we're talking about more than 3,300 new homes. And here's what's really interesting. They're focusing on areas that most builders haven't really dove into much. Their first developments are coming to Plant City, Apollo Beach, and Hudson. And now, if you're not familiar with Tampa, these are some of our fastest growing suburbs, and there's a good reason why. You're getting more bang for your buck with homes starting in the 300s to low 400,000s. Now, let me break down 2 communities I'm particularly excited about. First, there's Palm Wind in Hudson, which is actually set to open right before the year ends. Then we've got Indigo Creek in Apollo Beach, which will be launching in early 2025. But why are these communities particularly special? Well, turns out they're not just building houses. I'm talking about pools, playgrounds, walking trails, and even certified butterfly garden. They're creating entire lifestyles in areas that are mostly undeveloped or really untapped, just expanding our options of places to live. But what if you're more of that luxury market? Well, stick around because you need to hear what's coming to Apollo Beach. Could Hammock Bay change the game for luxury waterfront living? It might, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how. Well, we're talking about 47 incoming homes with deep water access. And when I say luxury, I mean luxury. These homes are spanning from 3,500 to over 7,500 square feet. The home lots alone are 600,000, and get this, home lot packages start at $1.8 million. The entire development is worth over $175 million, and it's gonna be located south of Symphony Isles off of US 41 in Apollo Beach. Bartlett Custom Homes and Tide Homes are starting infrastructure work early in 2025, with custom and spec homes breaking ground in the fourth quarter. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg with new homes coming to Tampa, and I have a video in the works that breaks down the full list of new home communities to keep an eye out for. But what does all this mean for you if you're thinking about moving to Tampa? Well, first off, Zillow ranked Tampa as the 10th hottest housing market for 2024, and 2025 is looking even better. We made it to the top 5 real estate markets to watch for next year. Our current median home prices currently sits at just over $400,000, up a tad from last year. But here's what's really interesting. Homes are selling in just 29 days on average, and 18.6% are selling over list price still. And it's not just about housing prices. Our population just passed 3 million residences, which places us as the second largest metropolitan area in the state of Florida. We grew over 1% just last year, and while people love everything Tampa has to offer, what's mostly overlooked is what we are attracting people for jobs. Tampa's job growth is nearly double the national average, especially in healthcare, technology, and financial services. Take that Angeline project in Land O'Lakes as an example. I'm talking about massive 6,200-acre mixed-use development anchored by Moffitt Cancer Center's 775-acre medical city. Remember how I mentioned them just a little bit ago? Well, this isn't just your average development. It's looking to bring over 10,000 jobs to that area. Now, what's really exciting about Tampa's growth is how we're changing the way people get around. The city is expanding its streetcar system from Ybor City through downtown and up into the Heights. We're adding protected bike lanes throughout the city, and here's the game changer, the Brightline connection from Miami to Orlando to Tampa. This is one development that's looking to transform how we connect with other major Florida cities. And I don't want to scare you off or anything, but it could very well mean that you need to act fast. With all these developments coming, we're looking at home values potentially rising to even more in 2025, at least according to the Tampa Bay Business Journal. So if you're thinking about making Tampa your home, now might be the time to make that move. Listen, I know this is a lot of information to take in. That's why my team and I are here to help. We've helped hundreds of families find their perfect Tampa home, and we'd love to help you too. Our contact info is right there on the screen. Oh, and before you go, if you want to understand which Tampa neighborhoods might be right for you with all these new developments coming, check out my video on the best and worst places to live in Tampa. It's right on the screen. So just go ahead and click it and watch it. See you there.